Let's talk about sushi. Welcome back to Sprung On Food. I'm your host, Kae Sprung. This season, we're talking about favorite foods, the history behind it, and the role it plays in the world today. Joining me today is comedian and actor Jeremy Culhane. Jeremy, welcome.
Hello, how are we?
Oh, we are fabulous, and I am ready to talk to you all about sushi. I've got to know, what makes this your favorite food? Tell me all about your relationship with it.
I have no idea. I think it started because my dad, when I was like 6 or 7, took me to like a nice sushi restaurant. And ever since then, I was like, I'm cultured.
Oh.
So I just love sushi, the simplicity of it, but like not in its flavor context, but like it's like the simplicity. What is the word I'm looking for? Like respect and the work that they put into like such simple things like rice.
The preparation and everything.
The preparation, yeah, it's just like amazing. So I love it.
Oh, and tell me about, so at 6, how sophisticated.
I know.
Tell me about this first foray into
Okay.
sushi, the restaurant. What was there an occasion? Do you remember what you had?
I remember going, it was Ichiban in La Cañada. Shout out to Ichiban.
Okay.
And we went, and my dad and I sat at the sushi bar, and the chefs made us like wild sushis, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I can try anything. This is like so different from what I'm used to, which is like chicken nuggets, and I just was obsessed with it. So I really love sushi, and the food was good. Went back to Ichiban just recently. It's still all right. It's still all right.
Still holding up.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you weren't much of a, or you can tell me otherwise, like a picky eater as a little kid. You were
I
pretty
had certain
open.
things that I didn't like. Yeah,
Okay.
I was pretty. I mean, in terms of picky eater kids, I was not. I would stay away from like tomatoes
Okay.
and some other like vegetables I didn't love, like mushrooms. But I
Okay.
think, yeah, and also my sister would make us eat. She was obsessed with pasta pesto, so I like literally still to this day cannot stand pasta pesto because it was every day of my life.
Oh,
But I was
no.
like a weird little kid. Like my favorite thing to eat was a Caesar salad. Like I would just ask for salads. I just loved
Wow.
like a Caesar salad for some reason.
Wow, what a parent's dream. You were begging for your roughage. You
Yeah.
were eating exotic fish dishes. This is great. And today, do you have any particular go-to types of sushi? Anything that you really gravitate to, or any places that you love to get
Sushi,
it?
is it Sushi Gen or Gen? I don't know how to say it, but in Little Tokyo, it's just the best sushi I've ever had in my life. It's like you go in there, you feel like you're in Tokyo. Because they make you like, it's all like decorated like a Tokyo place inside, and it's like this beautiful strip mall. And then you can't use your phone. And the
Oh, do they
sushi is
take it
just like,
from you before you enter?
no, they're
Or
just like,
no
out of
phones?
a respect thing, you just don't bring out your phone. This is like
Okay.
a phone-free establishment. If you need to take your phone, you do it outside. The sushi is just so good. Literally, like I had like a mackerel there once, and it changed my life. I asked
Really?
I asked her waitress. I was like, hey, what should I get? And I just like asked the chef what I should get, and then they brought me like a mackerel, and I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever had this like combination, and it was just like the best tasting thing I've ever had, and I still think about that. I think like good food is like things that you go like, oh, I remember this bite, and that
Yeah.
was a bite I'll always remember.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, it's like seared into your memory.
Yeah,
And yeah, and then I think in a weird way, once you have something in particular at some place in particular, it kind of like raises that bar to like, can I
absolutely.
get this at
Hmm.
another spot? Because
Hmm.
will I be disappointed, or there's maybe that small chance that they will beat the other place?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, does it
It's
ever
hard.
deter you from ordering mackerel anywhere else?
I've tried, and it's just
Okay.
it's good, but I mean that bite was magical. It was like,
Okay.
oh, this is exactly what I wanted. This was perfect.
I'm sure there are plenty more places for you to discover as well. And of course, to better understand and appreciate our food, we've got to
Yes.
know where it came from. Let's roll up our bamboo mats and grab our wasabi. Today, we're diving into the most iconic and misunderstood foods in global culinary culture, sushi. A dish that evokes everything from high-end omakase counters in Tokyo to conveyor belt sushi chains in suburban malls. But sushi's more than that. It's history, culture, innovation, and it may not have originated in Japan. Gasp. Now, before we go any further, let's clear up a bit of sushi confusion, because if you've ever sat at a sushi bar wondering why some things are called sushi, others aren't, and whether that spicy roll is legit, you're not alone. Let's start with the basics. Sushi doesn't mean raw fish. Jeremy, do you have any guesses of what sushi means?
Oh, does it mean wrapped in rice or
Ooh,
something like that
yeah, okay.
specifically? Like
No,
the shape of the roll or something?
your instincts are very, very good. The word sushi actually refers to the seasoned rice, specifically vinegared rice. You are right there. You are
Uh,
right there.
right there.
It's known as shari or sumesi in Japanese. That vinegar rice is the one common thread that ties all sushi styles together, whether it's topped with fish, vegetables, egg, or even tofu. So, yes, you can have vegetarian sushi. Yes, you can have cooked fish sushi. And no, that plate of raw salmon without rice, that's just called sashimi. And while it's delicious, it's not technically sushi. No rice, no sushi. But before we get into all the different styles, we have to go way back, 2nd century CE, or even earlier in Southeast Asia. The earliest form of sushi wasn't about delicate slices of tuna or Instagrammable rolls. It was a preservation technique known as nare sushi, and it was funky, literally. Fish was gutted, salted, and then fermented with cooked rice. The rice wasn't eaten, it was just the fermentation medium. And after months, sometimes years of fermentation, only the fish was consumed. This method was essential for communities living near rivers or lakes where refrigeration was, let's say, not an option. This preservation method is believed to have originated along the Mekong River region, today's Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, and Vietnam, before migrating northward to China and eventually Japan around the 8th century CE. This is sushi's great-grandfather, a far cry from the fresh, pristine sushi we know today. So by the Heian period in Japan, 794 to 1185, nare sushi had become a staple. The Japanese started adapting it, and by the Muromachi period, 1336 to 1573, people began to eat the rice along with the fish. Why waste good rice, right? This adaptation was called sekizushi, or semi-fermented sushi. And then the innovative chefs kept pushing the envelope. Jeremy, what do you think about eating a potentially years old fish?
Dude, I'm in.
Yeah, you are?
Is it like jerkied or is it literally like fermented?
I wasn't around in 2nd
Yeah,
century
that's true.
CE
You weren't.
to totally confirm, but I would probably say fermented rather than jerky. But then again, I could be wrong.
Look, that my gut biome will be blessed up after eating a bite of those.
Yeah,
Or I'll die. One of the two.
one of the two, pick your poison. Do you
Exactly.
do you have, as kind of a rule of thumb when it comes to expiration dates on different products, do you have a rule of thumb? Do you follow it to a T? Do you allow wiggle room on any certain
I'm pretty
things?
strict because I have a pretty bad stomach. So
Oh, okay.
anything that's like a little over, I've just given myself food poisoning too many times in
Oh
my life.
no. And here
So
you are saying, like, give
yeah, I'll
me
give it
the
a
years
bite,
old
and now you
fish.
know. Now you see why I keep on giving myself food poisoning because
Okay.
I'm like, I'll try it, I'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Your adventurous spirit gets the better of you.
yeah, my uncle though, he's a very strict vegetarian. He will eat the most off fruit and vegetables you've ever seen in your life,
What does that mean?
like green mold
Oh.
covered, and he'll just like scoop off that part and go like, it's fine. He's Italian, so
I can see. Is he doing it like with the hand
yeah, he's like,
too?
it's fine,
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Wow. And how is his gastrointestinal
He's
system?
literally the healthiest man I've ever met in my life. So,
So maybe we need to take a page out of his book.
oh yeah,
And
I'm always
but
trying to.
also we are
Maybe
not
not.
we are not nutritionists, we are not doctors. Please don't take our advice. What is your uncle's name?
Ettore.
Today. Okay, you can take his advice and do with that
Yes.
what you will, but on our part, cautionary tale, maybe don't. Wow. Okay. I mean, good for him, but for us, we will proceed with caution.
Yes, exactly.
Well, by the Edo period, 1603 to 1868, Japan was a place of booming urban cities, especially Edo, modern day Tokyo, and people wanted faster, fresher food. Enter Hayazushi, fast sushi, where rice was seasoned with vinegar, mimicking the sourness of fermentation but without the months-long wait. This was a game changer. Vinegar-seasoned rice allowed for immediate consumption, and with the arrival of refrigeration in some form and better fishing techniques, raw fish became more viable for daily eating. And then came nigiri sushi, that elegant little hand-formed mound of vinegared rice topped with a slice of something, usually raw fish like tuna or salmon, but it could also be cooked shrimp, sweet egg, or marinated tofu. Nigiri literally means to grasp or to squeeze because it's made by grasping a bite of rice in the palm of your hand and shaping it. No seaweed wrapping unless it's needed to secure the little slippery topping. Think of nigiri as the minimalist sushi, clean, pure, and all about the balance between fish and rice. This one-bite item was created by a sushi chef named Hanaya Yohei around the 1820s to 1830s in Edo, and he's often considered the father of modern sushi. His version, sometimes called Edomai sushi, used fresh fish from Tokyo Bay and was served at food stalls as kind of a fast food for Edo's urban community. Think of it as the Edo version of a New York slice. Cheap, fast, and satisfying. Jeremy, we started off needing to wait months, maybe years, to eat our fish. Now we have something that is just so instant. Is there anything that you would wait a long time for because you feel like it's worth it? Or on the flip side, anything that you cannot be bothered to wait for?
I'm an instant gratification kind of guy. I ain't waiting for nothing.
Okay.
I can't, because the thing is, if I say I'm going to wait, I'll just forget about it. And I can't,
Oh,
But that's crazy that it's 1820. Is that what you said?
mm-hmm.
That feels so much more modern than I thought it was. Kind of wild.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
I thought it's only 200 years old, basically.
Yeah.
That's like, I would have assumed it's like 1600 years old or something like that. That's
Oh, okay.
kind of wild.
Well, listen, sometimes with written records or oral history, there could be a chance something went through the cracks, but this is what we have on hand.
Well, I feel like so many like foods right now too that we think are like so much older than us are pretty modernized in a way. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. How do you feel about sometimes there are these new places that are opening. I feel like today, especially, it's with bakeries in particular, and they may put out a lot of hype and they're like, oh, come and get this. And then there's like all these would you ever do something like that or absolutely
No.
not?
So yeah, a line for me is like, why? Why
Right.
would I've never under people that like Disneyland. I'm going to go on the record.
Okay.
I don't like going to Disneyland.
Fair.
I just see it as one big line. That's
Yeah.
all. Your whole day is 85% line. I don't get it. Some
Yeah.
people get it, and I love that for them. No shade.
Yeah.
I cannot stand in a line to save my life.
Yeah. I think too, especially with theme parks like that, typically wherever they are, I feel like it's usually really hot outside.
I know. It's so hot, and everybody's like, okay, we got to get through this line to get into the other line. That's
Yeah.
what the conversation is all day. It's
that,
well, if we
and
do
then like
this line, then we'll have time to go in that other line.
right. And then there's the strategy of how to get there the fastest.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we've got the fast pass, which is like a shorter line. And it's just like, why is my whole day about lines? I don't want to do this.
I know. And I feel like with the fast passes too, I feel like that becomes more and more popular. So the more people that are getting fast pass, the longer those lines have to be. And it becomes counterintuitive. Listen, on the record as well, I'm right there with you.
Hell yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of these
Hey,
kind
rise
of
up.
places.
Anti-line people,
Yeah.
rise up.
We're gonna have the whole like Disney adult community coming after us. But
Yeah.
it's okay. I will send them all Mickey ears.
And like at least, Disneyland does a good job of trying to make their lines interesting.
Oh, is that right? I haven't been in a really, really long time.
They're like, you go and you're like, oh, they change what happens in a line. Like you go into different rooms. So
I see what you're saying. Yes.
But it's still like, I know people are like, oh yeah, and then you made it to this room. I'm like, I'm just in a line.
Right.
I'm just in a line.
Right. I'm not on the ride yet.
I'm
so
just
it's
in a
all
different
the
room
same.
waiting in line.
Yep. I feel that. Okay. So great. No lines for you. No waiting for anything. So this iteration of sushi, this is sounding good to you.
Perfect for me. Yes.
Amazing.
Fast, clean, easy. Come on.
Yep. There you go. That's the tagline. Now let's fast forward to the 20th century, where sushi begins its global domination, but not without a few twists and turns. After World War II, Japan underwent massive economic and cultural change. Sushi, once a street food, well, now it became a luxury dining experience. With better transportation and refrigeration, sushi chefs could source fish from further away, and sushi restaurants became symbols of refinement and skill. Meanwhile, in the 1960s and 70s, sushi made its way to the United States. One of the first sushi bars in America, Kawafuku, opened in Los Angeles' Little Tokyo in the 1960s, serving Japanese expats and adventurous locals. But the sushi craze didn't really explode until the California roll appeared. This is a great place to explain maki, or rolled sushi. Maki means to roll, and here's where the nori, aka seaweed, comes in. If you lie it flat, you spread the vinegared rice and fillings, maybe fish, cucumber, avocado, pickled radish, and then roll it up into a cylinder and slice it into bite-sized pieces. There's subtypes of maki too. There's hosomaki, a skinny roll usually with one ingredient, fudomaki, a fat roll with multiple fillings, and uramaki, the inside-out roll where the rice is on the outside. This is the form that many Americans recognize, especially in rolls like the California roll. And speaking of, here's where things get a little controversial. The California roll, with its imitation crab, avocado, and cucumber, and most scandalously, rice on the outside, wasn't made in Japan. It was likely created in Los Angeles in the 1970s, possibly by chef Ichiro Mashita, who swapped fatty tuna for avocado and hid the seaweed to appeal to American palates because apparently the seaweed freaked them out. Some also credit Hidekazu Tojo in Vancouver, who claimed to have invented it around the same time. Jeremy, while we don't know exactly because they both claim...
I'm going to give it to the guy who is living in California.
Okay. I mean, I felt like you probably would.
Yeah,
Just
I've got LA
hometown
pride.
hero.
Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's fair. That's fair. I think that they will both say that they did, and we'll just have to accept that it may just be a possibility that it happened around the same time. I'm not sure. They've covered the California roll. If there was a Jeremy roll, what would that be?
Huge. Oh my gosh. I'm going to do like a rainbow roll in one bite. So it would be like covered in rice on the outside. On the inside, salmon, tuna, cucumber, avocado.
Okay.
And it takes a lot of skill to make.
Amazing. And
boom.
Is it called the Jeremy roll, or do you want to give it a different fun name?
Jeremy roll sounds good because then I can have other rolls, the Jeremy C roll, completely different,
Oh, that's true.
The J roll, it's just all different,
Different styles, different moods. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm into it. I won't ask you to describe all of those, but this sounds great. I would imagine this would be very popular on menus.
Yeah. Oh my, it would take off. It would be very expensive too, I imagine.
Oh, okay.
2 prime fish.
Right.
What a deal.
Yeah. Well, this might be something worth going to one of the places that you love frequenting and just, putting it out there. You feeling up for a collab?
Let's chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, we can send in this little soundbite.
Yeah.
Who knows, right? You got to manifest.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love that the California roll, of course, was made in California or America, North America.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun that it's like such an American story of like immigrant coming to America and going, these palates are different. Let me change the food that I grew up with to fit the palate. And then we get something so fun and different and beautiful. I feel like it's so much food is like that,
100%.
That's my hot take.
No, not a hot take. I think that is very accurate. And that's really what we see happen time and time again with different foods that may be considered more exotic or unfamiliar. It becomes a bit of a gateway. And so it's something that's presented that is more familiar and perhaps a little bit more seemingly palatable to whoever's in this area. And then, you got the hook. Now, okay, let me see what else you're doing. And then it just really opens up the floodgates, I feel like. So I think it's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, I think so too. It's really cool that that's how like culture expands in a way and food expands. It's like, oh yeah, we just have to adjust because we're living in a new place now. Let's adjust.
100%.
But carry what we had before and lightly adapt parts of it.
Well, whatever the origin, the California roll was gateway sushi for many Westerners, and it paved the way for wild, creative rolls around the world. Sushi had officially been globalized, and some might argue westernized. In the US and other Western countries, we often use sushi rolls to describe just about anything rolled up with rice and seaweed: spicy tuna rolls, dragon rolls, rainbow rolls, with names like Volcano or Crunchy Inferno Supreme. Are these traditional? No. Are they still sushi? Yes, technically, because of that vinegar rice we talked about. These fusion rolls emerge to suit local tastes and often hide the seaweed, which can be a flavor hurdle for some sushi newbies. Rolls like the California roll used ingredients like avocado and imitation crab and turned sushi into an approachable, customizable, fun food. In Japan, purists may raise an eyebrow at a roll stuffed with cream cheese and jalapenos, but globally, sushi has become a creative expression, and these innovative rolls help sushi go from niche to mainstream. Today, sushi is everywhere, from high-end omakase dining experiences that cost hundreds per person to grocery store trays and kaiten sushi, those fun conveyor belt places. It's a food that wears many hats. Jeremy, what's the most that you think you've spent on sushi before or would be willing to spend?
I am gearing up to try to afford like a Michelin star, 2 Michelin star omakase experience. I really want to do it soon. Like $150 to $300 type of thing. And I
Okay.
just got to save up for months to be able to do it.
Ooh, amazing.
But I
Yeah.
think I would ball out for sushi. I mean, I think it's like, come on, you gotta drop a little cash for a good sushi, you know?
Yeah. And it, it perhaps is not like the place where you might be a regular. That could be aspirational, but I don't think
Yes,
you'll go there and be
exactly.
like, "I'll have my usual," and they'll be like, "Pff, yes, it's Jeremy. You
Yeah.
know exactly what he wants." Yeah.
But
Is
that isn't that the dream, is just to be so rich you can go become a regular at like a beautiful omakase sushi place.
If that is your dream, I will not take that away from you. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there any place that would be a little bit alarming, or if you saw sushi that was too cheap, would that freak you out?
I think cheap sushi does kind of freak me out a little
Okay.
bit. Every
Okay.
once in a while, I'm like, because you got to ask, how are you getting such cheap fish?
Why
You
is
know?
it so cheap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
great little cheap spot near me too that I love. That's like, okay, we've vetted it, we've tested it out. It's good. So
Okay, and the tummy is good afterwards,
we're good.
so
We're all
okay.
good.
You hear often, time and time again, about people who are like, "I would never touch, like, gas station sushi."
Hmm.
You have any opinions on that?
I would never touch gas station
Okay.
sushi.
Alright, so you
I
agree
think
with
the
the
closest I
masses.
get is like I'll eat a Gelson's sushi. I'll do that every once in a while.
Okay, for anybody who may like myself, who may not know what Gelson's is
Okay,
that
Gelson's is like a supermarket.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
like it's like a good supermarket.
Okay, great. So we've got our highs and lows.
Hmm.
Well, in Japan, sushi remains both a luxury and convenience food. Conveyor belt sushi became popular in the 1950s thanks to Yoshiaki Shirashi, who got the idea after watching beer bottles move on a conveyor belt at a brewery. These places democratized sushi. Now anyone could enjoy it cheaply and quickly. Meanwhile, high-end sushi, particularly edomae style nigiri, remains a highly respected art form, with sushi chefs undergoing years of apprenticeship, sometimes just to perfect the rice. Jiro Ono, the now famous chef from the movie Jiro Dreams of Sushi, brought attention to the meticulous craft behind sushi, especially at a top tier level. Now, you might be wondering, how do you become a sushi master, or as they call it in Japan, an itamai? It's not a weekend certification course, and it definitely doesn't come with the world's best sushi chef mug. Jeremy, I'm not sure if you've ever seen the movie
I
Jiro
have. I'm
Dreams of.
obsessed. I love that movie.
Okay.
I absolutely love that movie.
So you might know, but if perhaps it's not at the forefront of your mind, how would you think that somebody become an itamai?
Okay, I do remember this part because he would
Okay.
always like have these new apprentices that would give up in a while. And I think the thing that you have to do first is wash and beat the rice under really, really hot water for like 7 years or something crazy, like
Oh
just
my.
perfecting the rice for like 6 or 7 years. And then you finally get to move on to the fish. And his son basically does all the actual sushi preparation at the place. he just kind of like tastes it and goes like, you need to fix this. So I think
Oh,
it took like 7 to 10 years to get to the place where they're like, okay, you can start serving sushi to the guests, which is insane. That's so cool.
yeah, right? They do not take it lightly, and your memory is very, very good because becoming an Idamai is a long, grueling, and deeply respectful process. Traditionally, it starts with years of apprenticeship where you don't even touch the fish at first. You're washing dishes, cleaning floors, and watching. Lots of watching. Eventually, if you prove yourself, you graduate to making rice. And this is serious business. Sushi rice is the heart of it all, and perfecting it takes years. Then comes the knife work, filleting fish, cutting sashimi, shaping nigiri, and doing it all with absolute precision. It can take a decade or more to earn the title of Idamai, and even then, many chefs consider themselves students for life, always chasing that next level of perfection. There's no official sushi master diploma. It's about reputation, skill, and the respect of your peers. Some sushi chefs spend their entire lives perfecting their craft, and every delicate bite you eat is a result of years, sometimes decades, of discipline and artistry. In the West, sushi has become a whole other thing. We've got sushi burritos, sushi donuts, deep fried rolls, and more fusion creations than you can
America,
count.
hell yeah.
Yeah. Have you partaken in any of these fusions?
I love a fusion restaurant.
Do you?
So I've had some good like Mexican sushi. Have you ever had?
Well, describe and maybe I can say yes or no.
There's a couple different. There's a really nice restaurant here that is like just a sushi restaurant that started in Mexico. So
Okay.
they've got like fun kind of like achiote and like different flavors that you're like, oh, that's different. And then there's like the sushi burrito. I think I've had one, and I went, this is not made for man.
Oh,
It ain't right. It ain't right.
what was it about it that was off-putting?
It truly, sushi is supposed to be one bite. That
Mm,
is like the essence of it. And a
right.
burrito is not one bite. You have to keep on eating on it, so it kind of falls apart. The rice isn't. The rice is completely all-consuming because you're like, this is too much rice. That's not filled enough. It ain't right. It
Yeah.
ain't right. It ain't godly.
Yeah. And that's what you're sticking with. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as you're explaining it and I'm now kind of like processing it in my mind's eye, it does feel like an abundance of all of
Yeah.
the ingredients. And yeah, I think that part of the artistry and craft of it is that it is like really about that perfect
The
proportion of like,
simplicity. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like it's all flair. It's all like
Mm,
American, large,
yeah.
beautiful. How crazy can we go? And I really enjoy sushi when it's like simplicity perfected in a way, where you're like, it's just the fish, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of wasabi, a little bit of rice, and every single thing works perfectly together. And you're like, okay, that's what it should be, you know?
Yeah, the balance of it all. Are there any like food mashups or fusions or trends like that that you can get down with that you've seen?
There's a ton of Korean fusion food. So
Mm,
like Korean tacos, there's a great
yeah.
taco truck,
Hmm.
Kogi, that does like the Korean tacos.
Yeah.
There's a great new Mexican Indian place
Ooh,
combined. That is so
nice.
good. Mideast tacos.
Okay.
I think yeah. And they have like this, I think it's like a tikka masala burrito.
Ooh.
Oh my God, that's good.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So that's one burrito you can.
I want the tikka masala burrito. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
God intended.
And I will leave you with that sentiment right there. Yes. Now, we can't talk about sushi without addressing the elephant, or rather the tuna, in the room: overfishing and sustainability. Bluefin tuna, the pride of sushi, is critically overfished. Demand, especially in luxury sushi markets, has pushed some species toward collapse. This has led to an increase in efforts in sustainable aquaculture as well as conscious sourcing in many sushi restaurants. There's also a movement toward plant based sushi, with chefs experimenting with vegetables, tofu, and even lab grown seafood alternatives. Sushi's next chapter just might be sustainable and eco-conscious, though how that plays out, TBD. What began as a fermentation technique in ancient Southeast Asia evolved into a fresh, fast street food in Edo, Japan, and then took a glitzy global tour through California creativity and Western palates. Today, it straddles the worlds of art and accessibility with everything from Michelin-starred omakase to sushi at your local supermarket. And the best part? The story of sushi is still being written by chefs and by eaters. So the next time you dip a piece of sushi into soy sauce, gently, please don't drown it, remember you're biting into a 1,000-year-old tradition layered with history, innovation, and global flavor. Jeremy, what do you think about the backstory of sushi?
That was awesome. Twists and turns, a lot more modern than I thought.
Right. Yes, the 200 years is so
Mhm.
recent. Feels like just yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the sustainability thing is crazy too. I think about that all the time, where it's like we just can't enjoy things anymore without having a conscious mind of what we're hurting. So my rule of thumb is I usually try to stay. I love tuna. I try to stay away from it lightly. Aim for the smaller fish because those are more sustainable naturally because there's more of them. That's how the food chain works.
Yes,
So,
that is fish math. Yes.
fish math.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, does it make perhaps the next time you go out for sushi any different of an experience, knowing that it all started as this very, very, very old fermented fish
Yeah.
wrapped in this, and now it's transformed all the way into what it is now, minus the sushi burritos of the world?
My waiter is going to hate me.
Are you just going to sit there and tell them
Like,
everything?
well, actually, did you know?
Listen,
Like,
if
please just order what you want to order.
if you choose to do that, please go to the restaurant that does not make you put away your phone, because I want that recorded. That would be amazing. Yeah, you gotta spread the sushi knowledge
Yeah.
gospel.
It's crazy that food is history as much as history is history, food is also like a echo of the past, which is so cool. So this was so
100%.
interesting in that way of like, oh yeah, it really does follow a path of adaptability and survival in a lot of ways.
100%. Yeah, and if you could believe it or not, I'm sure you can believe it. Of course, sushi has been in the pop culture world. You'll find sushi cameos and mentioned shows and movies so often that it's impossible to track it all. There's Sex and the City, Kill Bill, The Sopranos, The Simpsons, and The Breakfast Club, just to name a few. In 2017, the world's longest sushi roll was made in Tamana City, Japan, by over 400 people who created a roll. Jeremy, can you guess how long it was?
I have no idea. 400 people? No idea. A mile.
A mile? Okay, look at you. By Price is Right rules, you win. It's actually 8,200 feet. So like
Holy
a mile and a
God.
half-ish, somewhere in that ballpark.
Jesus.
Yeah, can you even conceive that in your mind's eye?
That's a lot of sushi.
It's a lot of sushi. Sushi Kiraman, a restaurant in Osaka, Japan, has the world's most expensive sushi. The Kiwami Sushi Omakase course, comprised of 20 pieces of sushi, costs. We're gonna play our guessing game again because you were pretty good with that last one. Do you want to guess how much it costs?
$800 per person.
Okay. Well, again, by Price is Right rules, you would win. But
So I just win whatever.
I might just blow your mind. It is actually $2,475.
My God, for 20 pieces of sushi?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Yep.
Okay. Sign me up.
Okay. So that's the aspiration.
I'm saving
right
now. Yeah.
Yes. Get that piggy bank ready. Start putting those coins in there.
Yeah.
The previous record was set in 2010 by chef Angelito Araneta Jr., serving 5 nigiri pieces garnished with diamonds and wrapped in 24-karat gold leaf. And that one is $1,978.
Stupid.
Five
Garnished
pieces.
in diamonds? You can't even eat that. Stupid.
I know. That's just that's just like
opulence.
Yeah. It's the cash grab. It's for the gram. It's all those things. But at the end of the day, you're leaving hungry. You're buying all the dollar slices out there just to make up for what a disappointment that was.
That feels like tax fraud to me. That whatever something's going on behind behind closed doors right there.
Right, it's all a front. Sushi has well over 50 million posts on Instagram, and International Sushi Day is June 18th. Have you been celebrating?
I had no idea.
Now you know you can mark it on the calendar.
Yes, it's going in the cal every
Perfect.
year.
Yes, on repeat, do not forget, never, what is it? Never expires or whatever.
Yes, never expire.
Do you have any other pop cultural moments you can think of where sushi made its mark, or just any final words that you have about your favorite food?
You know, it was really fun introducing my girlfriend to sushi. She would eat sushi, but not really, because
She had never had it before?
she grew up in Texas, and there just wasn't
Ah,
sushi there.
okay, fair.
So and she was also vegan, but now she's like more
Okay.
pescatarian too. And so introducing her and getting her to love it too has been very exciting. So God
Aw.
bless you, sushi.
Yes, bringing people together, bringing
Bring couples
experiences
together,
together.
yeah.
Oh, love is in the air, and we have
Come
sushi
on.
to thank. That's so beautiful. Jeremy, thank you so much for sharing your love of sushi and helping me to tell its story.
Thanks so much for having me. This was awesome. This is so fun and informative.
The
What an
more you
awesome
know.
time. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. You can find links and more info in the description below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. See you next time.